The Rat House mural sketches. I think this is what my dad wants. I think these are all of the plans. What is... Is this part of the plans? Freaking hell. Stop. Huh? What an odd color. We don't have an ink like this here. At least I don't think we do. Well, whatever. I'll bring it just in case. Alright. I'd better get these over to the rat house. And... yeah. Yeah, we knew the killer wasn't that. That was pretty straightforward, wasn't it? Let's go inside. I don't understand how we're still arguing about this. These murals should depict the truth, what we know is the truth. I don't think it's so simple, Klaus. Are you afraid of angering our Lord, Father Thomas? I think Father Thomas means that the truth is not so easily agreed upon. I don't know. I'm tired of arguing. I just wanted to look nice and show what happened. Magdalene, thank you for bringing these. Maybe illustrations will succeed where talking has failed. I'm done arguing with them. I'll see you at home for supper. It's all right, Magdalene. We don't need to see the drawings. It's not that we don't understand what he's trying to do. I didn't realize we had upset him so much. Sounds like things got worse after I left. Well, we've been arguing about this for almost 2 hours. For all the good it did us, he hasn't budged. What's the point of talking if you can't make any progress? Magdalene, could you speak to your father? Help him see things from our point of view. So in the end, I ran to get plans that you don't want to see. And now you want me to do something else for you? I'm sorry, Magdalene. This all became a lot more contentious than we hoped. Klaus has strong, very strong, opinions on how the history of Tassing of Kearsau Abbey should be portrayed. And those portrayals may upset some of our neighbors. Isn't the real concern that it's going to upset the Lord? Isn't everyone really worried about him coming here someday and seeing the revolt memorialized on the wall? You keep saying that we all disagree with him. I don't think I do, not entirely. Well, what do you think, Jörg? I know I'm not the smartest man in this room, but I know what happened to my own dad. I know what he did. It doesn't feel right to ignore what happened to him, what happened to Otto. Look, you all knew my dad. I never had the chance. I don't want to make the people in this town angry. I don't want to make our Lord angry. None of us do. But maybe there's a way to tell this story in a way that there's, you know, it's true without upsetting anyone. So, it's all very complicated, you see, Magdalene. Try to get him to consider a portrayal of our history that's a little less inflammatory. I wonder how he wrote it, or drew it, or, because, yeah. I don't think it's as complicated as y'all think. We need to come to an agreement, or call off the mural entirely. He's been wanting to paint this mural for years. You can't tell him no all of a sudden. Then help us, Magdalene, says Paul. Your father will listen to you. Alright, I won't promise anything, though. He's already hard enough to convince. Now, I'm going back home. This mess has taken up too much of my day already. Ooh, we got a fancy clock. Look at the fancy clock. Magdalene, thank you for bringing the drawings to the rat house. I'm sorry it was a waste of time. Those men don't know what they want. When I tell them what I'm trying to do, they get scared. Then they talk and talk and talk. They talk all day and we're never any closer to a decision. Yeah, there's people like that. It's terrible. Terrible people. I'm sick of it. Sick of the whole thing. Dad, I'm worried about you. I know. I appreciate the concern. I suppose I haven't been this upset about something in a while. I'll get through it. I just need time. Why is it bothering you so much? We hear all of these stories about what this place was, how it came to be. And it feels like history is something that happened before, happened to other people. But 18 years ago, we lived through something, you and I, everyone in Tassing. Everyone wants to forget about it, pretend it didn't happen. You don't? No, I don't. All those years ago, I did nothing. I was worried for you, worried for Benjamin and Rachel and Esther. And now... Right, I knew it wasn't them. I would recognize their face relatively... Well, actually, Rachel's face more than anything. I don't remember Esther, though. I was so afraid that I'd lose you. I wouldn't have been able to bear it. In the end, so many people died anyway. Peter and Ulrich and Andreas and all the others. And we lived. That everyone says that it wouldn't have made any difference. If you and the others had fought, you would have died. I would have died. Maybe I could have stopped him from going to the mill. Or maybe we could have stopped the peasants from burning it down. But we'll never know. Is that what this is about, this mural? It's a chance to put something down in a place where everyone can see. If people start to forget, this will remind them. We were here. This happened. If I don't do it, who will? You're right, Dad. I wish the men in the rat house saw me the way that you do. They'll come around. I hope so. All the arguing left me beat. I'm going to bed early. All right, I'm going to stay up for a bit and write a letter to Esther. Good. Please say hello to her for me. And her parents. I know that. I know Dad. I mispronounced that. I know Dad. Good night, Magdalene. I love you. I love you too. All this running around has left me tired too. It'll be nice to sit down at my desk and just write for a while. Head home. Write to Esther. Wait. What do you mean head home? Esther is in Prague. I'm already home. Oh, he didn't... Oh, he went upstairs. Right. All right. Where to begin? I should write to Esther. Yes. Dearest Esther, I hope you and your family are well. Dad sends his regards to your parents, like usual. I've spent the last few days collecting oak galls and Sister Gertrude. I think Esther is the daughter of yeah. So she's grown up now, but she's the daughter of the couple that we just saw. I don't suppose you have the chance to do that in Prague. Sister Gertrude has been teaching me how to grind them into a smooth ink. It's difficult work, but you'll find no better ink anywhere in Bavaria. I'll send along a bottle with this letter. Oh, did I mention Dad started a new project? He's painting a mural of Tassing's history in our new rat house to memorialize the revolt. The whole thing has me thinking about my own family history, past, present, and future. The printing shop has been in the family for years. I'm looking forward to taking it over. Of course, Dad will keep running it until he can't pull the levers anymore, but I'll take over sooner or later. It's kind of interesting. These two choices are sort of... Either she's married already. She's not married. She's living here, so she's not married. But kind of like anything else my husband does. Who's your husband? What the hell? What are you talking about? But no, she's not married, I don't think. If I inherit the shop, I won't have to get married either. Christ, you would not believe how annoying Otz is. I think his mum is under the impression he's been courting me. Can you imagine? And yes, before you break the nib off your pen, I will come visit you in Prague. I promise. I'll try to make time to visit before winter. Life has been bustling here. Dad's been busy with the rat house mural, so I've taken over in the workshop. I'm sure it'll be a sight to behold once it's finished. Right back to me soon. All my love, Magda. The 8th hour. Going to bed. You're up? Hello, Magdalene. Is that a bug? You shouldn't be up. You shouldn't be up. You should be sleeping. The hell, that's creepy. I thought he was gonna be like, I can't sleep. There's a murder. There's a murderer around. Anyway, let's go to bed. It's late. I should get some rest soon. Let's go to sleep. Crap. Dad! Dad! Magdalene! Dad! Hang on, I'm coming. I think it was killed. Yep. Dad! Magdalene. What happened? Are you alright? You're bleeding. Someone came into the house. They hit me over the head. I'll go get Dr. Stoltz. Try not to move, Dad. Magdalene, it's not safe, whoever attacked me. I can't carry you across town, Dad. I won't be long, I swear. Please just hold on. Magdalene, be careful. I'll be right back, I promise. Four, 5, 8. Oh, I think he didn't make it. Do you know why anyone would want to attack you, Klaus? No. Maybe someone didn't like one of the books I sold them. Are you sure you didn't see a shadow and hit your head on the printing press? Come on, Jorg. You saw the workshop. Someone was looking for something. A burglar in Tassing? That's preposterous. Well, if it wasn't an attack, what was it? Enough. It was a deliberate blow to the head, unless any of you wish to debate my diagnosis. No, of course not. No. As I thought. Truthfully, Klaus, I'm surprised the blow didn't kill you. You have a strong skull. It's a grave injury, Magdalene. You'll need to help take care of your father. Obviously. Of course, the mural will have to be called off. Klaus, you absolutely cannot get out of bed. No, it has to be done. This is too important. Just give me some time to rest. I'll find a way to make it work. I don't think we need to cancel the entire project. Can't we just wait? Klaus, your health comes first. Anyway, we haven't been able to agree on what the mural should be. Indeed, it might be best to abandon the entire idea. With respect, Father Thomas, you are not on this council. Yes, just offering an opinion. I can paint the mural. What? Mags, quit joking around. Well, I know you want to help your dad, but aren't you too young for something this big? I'm older than Otz, and he's on the town council, and he doesn't even do anything. Yes, I do. I do plenty for the town. Painting a mural this large and complicated will take a lot of skill and expertise. So that's why we were having your dad make it. He's been making art forever. I agree with Paul. Klaus needs home care. You're best suited for that, Magdalene, not a mural. What is that supposed to mean? Well, says Big Jorg, are you sure you're up for it? Physically, I mean. It's quite demanding. You'd be up on scaffolding and could fall. What would any of you know about it? Dad and I are the only people here who have done this work. I can do it, Dad. If you don't trust Magdalene to do the mural, to hell with a lot of you. Klaus! If you don't trust her, you don't trust me. I'll never do any work for this council again. All right, I say we let her. It doesn't look like we have much of a choice, says Paul, being the smartest in the room. Very well. All right, Magdalene, says Big York. You can do it. But you still need to talk to us about what you're doing, all right? Fine, but I'm taking Dad's ideas into account. Well, we'll figure it out, says Paul. Thanks, Magdalene. Rest up, Klaus. I'll do my best, York. Magdalene, just a moment. Yes, what is it? Your father is lucid right now, but his injury is severe. His current demeanor is misleading. I know the injury is severe, Werner. I saw all the blood. Magdalene, there is damage to his brain. He may have a few weeks, maybe even a few months left. But he's going... But he's not going to survive. You can make him comfortable and you can enjoy the time you have left. But time will run out before long. Well, fuck. Dad needs to be able to see the mural in its finished form. But I don't know how much time he has left. Werner said it could be a few months. Or... God protect him. I'll pick up where Dad left off. He wanted to paint the history of Tassing from its earliest days to the revolt. I'll start with the earliest part of Tassing's history, the pagan tribes and the Romans. Then I'll move on to the founding of the Abbey and Tassing saints. After that, I should find a way to represent our recent history. Depicting the revolt is important to Dad. People in Tassing might know some of the town's history, but not all of it. Dad said the library in Kirsau had those records. He was going to write to the last prioress to see if she had any information. I should write to her now while I'm thinking about it. Okay. I maybe should have understood this earlier, but I'm only understanding it now, so I'm going to say it now. The first murder was done because the Count, or whatever his name was, or his title was going to give a book about the history of Kirsau that shows that its or origin was sort of not as expected. The second murder, Otto, was done because he had the head of Saint Moritz, which I assume might have some implications for... some political implications anyway, regarding the history of town or the legitimacy of town. And now the third murder, Klaus, because he was going to paint something about the town. So they're all connected because of their historical implications. But I'm just now realizing it. All right, where to begin? Dad told me the last prioress at Kirsau knew something about the old history of Tassing. He said she became the abbess of a convent in Bologna. Mother Illuminata? Yes, at Santa Margherita. I should write to her. It's a small town in the Republic of Genoa. Genoa? Along the coast of the Ligurian Sea. I did not know that was where it was. Mother Illuminata, abbess of Santa Margherita, formerly prioress of Kirsau Abbey. I am the daughter of Klaus Drucker, Magdalene. We are printers from Tassing. You were acquainted with my father. He bought many books from the library before that terrible fire consumed the place. I'm writing because my father and I are creating a mural in the Tassing Rat House. It's going to tell the history of our community and of Kirsau as well. We have only legends and folklore, since of course all of Kirsau's books were destroyed in the fire. I was hoping you could tell us something about the early history of the town when the Romans were here. If you know anything about the early history of the abbey itself, we would also be glad to hear of it. We would appreciate any help you could give us, and we hope you are well. My father always spoke highly of you, especially how you cared for the library and its books. God bless you. Magdalene. If I want to finish the mural before Christmas, I should start planning tomorrow. I should head to bed and get as much rest as I can. I should. I can't go outside of the house either. Hello. Magdalene. Hey, Dad. How are you feeling? Can I get you anything? No, I'm fine. You go on. All right. I'll come back and check on you later. I'm not sure what he means by you go on, but it might be just a turn of phrase for, you know. Yeah, just go on. It's late. I should get some rest soon. Yes. Same animation as before? 2 weeks have passed. Ah, Mistress Truckerin, I have a few letters here addressed to you. Take care now. Thank you, sir. Mother Illuminato wrote back to me. I hope her response helps me paint a mural. Mistress Truckerin, thank you for your letter. I hope this reply finds you and your father in good health. I remember you both, as your father would carry you between the rows of our library in its final years. I also remember your late mother and brother. God keep their souls. While we did have some books that discussed Stassing's past, it's likely they were as mythological as what your neighbors believe. That said, I remember one of the peasants, Tillman Krautzer, read about the history of the town. That's the one that was in German. That's Tillman, the dude that was killed. I know he died during the revolt, but perhaps his family knows some of what he learned. I should also say that it's not true that all of Kiersau's books were destroyed by the fire. Andreas Mallard managed to save some from the flames. God rest his soul. In the aftermath of that terrible night, cataloging and preserving the surviving books was not at the top of any of our minds. Even so, this topic has stirred a memory within me. Several years before the fire, there was a death at Kiersau, the murder of Baron Rothvogel. He had mentioned something about finding a copy of Historietaceae, a comprehensive chronicle of your home. I had forgotten about it until now because the murder dominated all of our thoughts in the days and weeks that followed. It troubles me now because I recall that the late Father Matthias was also reading a copy of Historietaceae shortly before he died. We never accounted for either books' whereabouts. They may have been hidden somewhere in the library and went up with everything else. Perhaps Prior Frank took it from the Baron after the murder. Frank had an interest in books of all sorts, of course, but it seems like an odd thing to do in the moment. Then again, only God knows what he did and why he did it. Miklaus Haberle, the Baron's manservant, believed it may have been stolen by the town thief Martin Bauer. If Martin is still alive, I would ask him if he knows where the book is. Hopefully he didn't trade it for a mug of beer on his way out of Tassing, and bought a full casket of wine instead. If the man has passed from this world, perhaps his family knows where the book wound up. As for the history of the abbey, I fear that was all also lost in the blaze. However, as sacristan, Prior Matthew learned a great deal about the subject. And the sacristan, oh, look at him, is an appointed official in a monastery responsible for maintaining the sacristy. Didn't we click on that before? I think we did, yeah. I have not kept in contact with him, but I know that he is now the Archdeacon of Sion. Once a free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, Sion became a capital, or the capital of Valais, when the, so it's probably Sion, maybe, when the canton joined the Swiss Confederacy following the Swabian Wars in 1499. He is no longer a Benedictine, but uses his family name, Faucigny? So? It's very difficult to pronounce. Either way, if you write to him soon, your letter may reach him before snow covers Valais, which is a canton of the Swiss Alps. Valais became an associate member of the Swiss Confederacy in 1529, which is this year, I think. Please convey my best wishes to your father. He was a good friend to the abbey in its better years. Despite the violence that occurred, I hold no ill will towards anyone from Tassing. I pray that you have seen better days since that night, and that God forgives the many errors we made. God bless you as well. Mother Illuminata, Abbess of Santa Margherita.